Hello crew. Today we're going to find out how to make one of the most refreshing gin cocktails ever created, the Tom Collins. And we'll be using our award-winning Yam Daisy Gin to bring the magic to life. Let's get into it. G'day, my name is Jack Beach. I work here at the Hazelnut Distillery in North Melbourne, Australia. We produce these videos for the Hazelnut U crew, a subscription-based gin and vodka service where we deliver our beautiful products right to your door, Australia-wide, where you get everything you need to be able to make beautiful cocktails, mixed drinks, and even your own gin at home. If you'd like to find out more, head to the website link below, or if you're just here to upskill your cocktail game, then we'd appreciate it and like and subscribe. So who the hell is Tom Collins? Well, funnily enough, the origin history behind the cocktail and the name itself is one of the strangest of all time. It all started back in 1874 in New York City, where this joke started where you'd run up to someone and say, "Hey, Tom Collins is talking about you at the bar." So naturally, the person would run off to the bar, only to find that Tom Collins never existed. The joke took off and went viral in 1874 terms, spreading across the cities in USA, and even newspapers reporting sightings of the fictional Tom Collins. At around the same time, bartenders started making a drink with gin, lemon, sugar, and soda. The two got intertwined and with that joke at the same time, and basically the name Tom Collins stuck. A couple of years later in 1876, the drink was formalised in Jerry Thomas's book, Bartender's Guide, which is one of the most influential bartender books, cocktail books of all time. Traditionally though, at the time, the gin that was used was called Old Tom's Gin, another reason that the names got intertwined. So it's actually a bit of a sweeter gin. Nowadays though, it is traditionally made with a dry gin. As we said, we're using our Yam Daisy Gin, which is still quite savoury and juniper forward. So the balance on the cocktails changed a little bit, but the ingredients have stayed the same. So now that we've learned the wild history behind Tom Collins, let's get into finding out how to making this delicious cocktail. So one of the key ingredients we need for our Tom Collins is simple syrup or sugar syrup. You can buy it from the shops, but the best way to do it is make it yourself, which I'm going to briefly show you here before we make our drink. Very easy. You get equal parts water and sugar. So the sugar, you want to use white granulated regular sugar. Put them both in a saucepan over a medium heat, and very simply, you're just going to keep an eye on it, keep stirring it until that's fully dissolved and goes clear. After that, take it off the heat, let it cool to room temperature, then you can just pop it in a sealable container and keep it in the fridge, and should last up to a month or so. I can say that some of the upcoming cocktails I've got planned do have simple syrup in it, so it's best just to learn how to make it now so you can make beautiful cocktails with it down the track. Alrighty, enough of that, let's get into our Tom Collins. So for our Tom Collins cocktail, as we said, we're going to use our Yam Daisy Gin. So it's the most savoury and juniper forward gin we make, much less floral than our other gins. The glass we're going to serve it in is a highball glass. More specifically, you want a Collins glass. So it's just called a Collins glass because it's essentially a highball glass that's slightly wider, holds more liquid just to accommodate some of the extra ingredients in a Tom Collins. But if you ask me, if you have a glass named after the cocktail, you know it's a classic cocktail. For the ingredients, it's rather straightforward. We're going to get our nice copper shaker, fill it with a good helping of ice. We're then going to get 60 mils of our gin. So you can pour that in with your copper jigger. Good. We're then going to use 30 mils of our freshly squeezed lemon. So definitely go freshly squeezed if you can. Get a nice big juicy lemon from the shops and squeeze it out for the cocktail. And then we're just going to use about 20 mils of our simple syrup that we made earlier. So pop them all in. So we want to get it as cool as possible, as quickly as possible to not dehydrate it. So give it a good firm shake for 15 to 20 seconds. Excellent. We also want to serve it with a good helping of ice in our Collins glass. Pour it straight in. And to finish it off, we just add a dash of soda. So you want a nice, highly carbonated soda, not a flat one. Just before you serve, give a quick, gentle stir just to mix it through without flattening the drink. And lastly, we've got the garnish. So traditionally, you can just use a lemon slice, dehydrated or fresh. Often it's presented with a cherry as well. I usually just used a lemon zest twist. So you can use the lemon that you squeeze, cut off a big slice of the zest, give it a good twist over the drink. So you're actually squeezing out some of the oils. You can give it a little rub on the rim as well. So for that first mouthful, you're going to get some of those aromatic lemon oils just to add to it as well. So there we have it, our Tom Collins. Might give it a taste, shall we? It really is delicious, and I can't think of a more refreshing drink. First taste, you really get that hit of lemon, nicely balanced out with some of that sweetness of the sugar syrup. The soda just adds another little element to the texture, makes it a little bit more palatable. You definitely get that gin and juniper backbone coming through from our Yam Daisy Gin. Really delicious drink, perfect for a nice hot summer's day. So there we have it, a beautiful, delicious Tom Collins. We now know the story of old mate Tom, and we can have a drink in his honour. Until next time, as always, here's on you crew. Cheers.